Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I am sat in the garden on a beautiful day doing this voiceover because I want to show you my painting. So this is how we've started. The kitchen's not finished yet, but we started off with white kitchen with that marble effect white countertops. Then we've gone on to the brown countertop, the wood effect with a nice olive green on the cupboard doors. And today we are doing the painting, which I didn't think it would be the biggest task I've had in I don't know how long, because I wanted to do it properly. I've like skipped a few bits, as you do, but even then it's taken me in total two full working days to do this kitchen. So I'm using the soft cashmere 330 from Wix. I love this paint. I think this paint is absolutely fantastic and it works just as well as the Dulux Easy Care, which I normally always go for. I'm using these brushes. Now this was a mistake, so I've decided to start in this top corner behind the kitchen cupboards, so the top left corner, and I thought I'll start here, you know, why not? I've hoovered all up here and I've got it all prepped and ready. And yeah, I really shouldn't have used these paint brushes, because even though they're really good for getting in all the edges, they're brilliant, it was so time consuming because the brush just wasn't big enough. But anyway, I sort that in a short while. I do sort it. But I hope everybody's well. It's absolutely gorgeous today, whether it's still the half term for you or it's not the half term, they've gone back to school, whatever it is you're doing, wherever you are, I hope you're all really good. I am exhausted, I'm not gonna lie. I'm absolutely exhausted. My feet feel like they're 10 times the size. Look at this. This was on top of my oh god, it's gone up my head. I'm looking at it and I don't even know what it's called, but look at the dust. Look at it. That is absolute filth. But I have to say, I don't really get up here and look at it, and when I do get up on top of the worktops, I don't acknowledge it. And that's really bad. It wasn't coming off with the hoover because it was completely congested on there. So I did get the old French soap flash out and start wiping it over, which I found so satisfying. I loved every single minute of cleaning this. It was really enjoyable. I mean, it's absolute filth, but just seeing it all come off and like finding that white underneath it, and then all that, like, you know, silver plating, whatever it's called. Well, how would you call that? I don't even know. God help me. But yeah, look. Obviously it's not silver. You know what I'm talking about. Like your drainer. I don't know. Look at the cracked wall at the back there. But I'm not fussed about that because you can't see it. So anyway, getting rid of all this dust. Satisfying this was. I was on a mission to get the painting done tonight. So as I am right now, cleaning up all the pipes, thinking, yep, I'm going to have this kitchen painted tonight. Everyone's going to wake up in the morning, it'll be dry, it'll be done. Like hell. So this is it before. Just a little moment of glory. There it is. Yes. Happy days. So I thought, right, carry on with this. Oh my gosh. It was drying like really blotchy looking, and it wasn't because of the paint itself. It was partly because these walls are like a gloss paint on top, so I should have sanded down the walls prior, and I didn't. I just went on and painted, and I couldn't at first realize what was causing the problem, so I just carried on painting. It wasn't until I got the roller out and I used those mini rollers, and then it was like, we have a situation here, because it was bad. Like, you'd roll and it would like go on, and then you'd roll again and it would just peel straight off. Like, it was awful. So I'm going around getting all the bits off, that my little foliage type thing I've got going on around here, getting the old hoover around there. Found a couple of dead spiders and loads of cobwebs. Holy moly, not what I wanted to find. But going on still with the old paintbrush, and I really wish, in all honesty, that I had used my bigger paintbrush rather than these. I just thought these would be great for the corners, and it's like little areas, and they're slim and long. So, you know, I mean, it has helped me out, but it really wasn't the best choice. They're great for the cupboards, but time consuming when it comes to these. And I think all in all, that's the reason this kitchen took so long. Oh, I'm having a moment. So I've kept this in purely because, getting their roller out, purely because I'm having a moment here where I'm listening to Spotify and I'm listening to the playlist that I've done for our Hertford trip, and that playlist is solely everything that we heard while we was up at Finsbury Park to see George Ezra, so like the acts that came on before him and whatnot, we'd never even heard of them until we were there, and now we really, really like them. But there is a few songs on there that bring me to tears, because all I can think about is that trip. And it's not because of George Ezra, it's because of Alex, my little boy, just seeing how happy he was, and just having that one-on-one time with him for like, was it 2.5, 3 days, was so nice. And it always gets me emotional. And the song that I was listening to there was by Mimi Webb, and it was 24/5. But what I'm going to do is, I've never done it before, so I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to link my playlist underneath this video, Spotify playlist, and it's called Hartford, because that's what we're going to be listening to when we go up. And yeah, so if you want to try something new, there's a bit of a selection on there. But here is what it was like after the first coat. That one had 2, but it's still blotchy. So it's the next day, it's 6:30 in the morning. Oh, the birds and that first thing in the morning. It's just such a nice sound. I love it. Like, I love getting up in the morning, having a cup of coffee, and just sitting out the back, especially when it's nice weather. When it's raining and windy, you don't want to do it. But I thought, I'm going to tackle it. And then gave up. Didn't start till, well, a lot later in the day. And I was ready to go. So I've got my sanders, and I thought, I'm going to clear everything off here and start sanding the wall, just gently, enough to take some of that shine off, and then, get cracking, because I don't want to have to keep rolling and it's not going on, because it was really bad. So I found loads more dust underneath it when I took the rack off, and I cleaned this the other day, didn't I? Does anyone remember that? Yeah, I gave it a really good clean, but I didn't take the actual silver plate off. I think I just took everything off it and left the plate on the wall. But anyway, it's all gone now, which is good, and I'm just going to give it a good old sand over. Honestly, we've been so busy, it's insane. We've done farm, we've done a train trip to Bexhill to do a park and picnic and go on the seafront, and we've done cinema. I've been back and forth taking my Oscar, bless his heart, to like car events that he likes to go to. I've told you about them before, where they all just like rev their engines outside McDonald's. It's a cringe fest. It's a cringe fest, right? I took him to one last night. Yeah, so I'm parked outside McDonald's, and one of the cars came flying in thinking he was the absolute bee's knees. Goodness gracious me. He flew in, he was like inches from the car. I was like, oh my gosh. I thought to myself, and I said out loud, because Jensen was with me, if he hits this car, I'm sat in the car, bear in mind, like this, what I'm wearing right now with wellies on, because I was only dropping him down there and taking him back. I wasn't getting out of the car. I said to Jensen, said if he hits this car, there is going to be a sighting of a nearly 40-year-old woman in her wellies going absolutely mental, which he thought was quite funny. But they are, I'm just going to say it, they are absolute plebs. They're plebs, and that's putting it politely, because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. They think it's really cool to like just sit there and rev these heaped out cars. They're heaps. But they don't think so. And they're there in all their tracksuits, and there's like vape flying everywhere in the air, and they're all like, yeah, you're right, mate, yeah. And I'm just like, what on earth in the sweet Jesus am I sitting here witnessing? But I thought, I'm not going to say anything to Oscar. Oscar doesn't know. Let him get on with it. It's his little thing, and I don't want to embarrass him. Just let him enjoy it, which he was, because he was going off taking photos, and yeah, that was a sight. But anyway, that was like until 9 o'clock at night. Then I got back and started to do a bit more. So there's been on and off a lot going on. The boys are happy, which is the main thing. Had a bit of a to-do today, because I took Oscar into town to meet his friend to go to the cinema. They're going to watch Dune 2. Is it June or is it Dune? It's June, isn't it? I don't even know what it's about. It just looks like two Star Wars for me, so I haven't given it a go. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I've never watched a Star Wars film in my life. Never. But yeah, dropped him in, and then me and Jensen went off. Jensen wanted to find a toy with some pocket money he had. I've got my son who's pulling funny faces. Got my eldest here helping me paint. Can you believe it? It's come along nice though. And then I'm getting loads of people coming to help. kitchen's full. We're all just munching. We're listening to Rammstein and Sabaton here, and yeah, we're just having a good old laugh and a giggle and just ploughing through it. It's coming along nice. I'm really, really excited. Look, Jensen's coming in. Look. Oh, bless him. Yeah, but he brought a ukulele from that Flying Tiger shop. Don't know if anyone's heard of it. It's one of those. He got a ukulele, and unfortunately, the second we got home, one of the straps broke on it. So I was like, "Oh, you've got to be kidding me!" I had to go all the way back down there again and return it. And she was like, "Do you want to get another one?" And I was like, "No, because what's the point? It's just going to do it again." So 15 quid on a plastic ukulele, I think you can keep it. Thank you very much. As lovely as that shop is, I love that shop. It's absolutely gorgeous. Was it Flying Tiger? I can't remember, but it's a really nice one. They've got stuff in there I really would like for this kitchen, to be fair. But I'm doing this side of the kitchen now. So that bit above where I'm painting, so above that, it's that like bit that comes out the wall. I'm going to do that an oak wood effect. So it looks like we've got beams, you know when you go in like a farmhouse and they have like beams across the ceiling. Yes, I thought I'm going to do that. I'm also going to do it on the wood bits that are above each window. They're there because they're for like putting up a blind or something. So I'm gonna do that sort of effect as well. Bit by bit, it's slowly coming together. I've also got it in my mind to do a panel effect on the kitchen cupboards. So yeah, another job I've set myself. The trouble is, once I get an idea, I get fixated on it and I have to do it. And then I start looking for ages on different websites on where I can get all the pieces that I need and whatnot and how much it's going to cost, and then planning it all out. But yeah, what I love about putting a bag in here is that you can just bag it up at the end and chuck it in the bin. I never keep the rollers anymore. I can't be doing with all that trying to wash it all out. It takes forever. Honestly, more paint comes out of a roller when you finish with it than there is in that tub. It's like magic. Literally like magic. It's awful. But yeah, slowly getting there, and I'm absolutely feeling it. I was in this kitchen on this day for 10 hours. 10 hours. It was awful. I haven't gone behind the fridge freezer because there's no point. Even if we was to get rid of that fridge freezer, we'd have another one there to replace it, and I'm not wasting paint, and I'm not giving myself extra work that I don't actually need. So I thought, yep, I've got about 4 inches in all around the edges. Yeah. Oh my goodness me. My friend sent me a really funny reel, and I've literally had it stuck in my head for 2 days now. Has anybody heard it? Well, that guy sellotapes himself with hot dog sausages, and he's just walking around. He's got them sellotaped everywhere. It was so funny, absolutely hilarious. Look at all the dust up here. Filth. Dawn, you said about yours on top of the fridge freezer. Was it as bad as this? Was it? Because it's rancid up there. Rancid. Yeah, did hurt my back getting up here. But yeah, the song goes, "Daddy, would you like some sausage?" Honestly, I was just dying. It was so funny. But yeah, that's funny. We went to Bexhill anyway, right? We're in Bexhill. We're in this park. It's a really nice park. It was absolutely busy, which I hate. I hate it when a park's busy, but you got to expect it in the half term. So we're there, and there's this dinosaur egg that you can climb into, and you can hear what it's like to be out in the womb or whatever. So yeah, I said to my friend, "Oh, I'd love to fart in here." I don't know what it sounds like. Anyway, we walked off for a little bit, and we were looking around the gardens and whatnot, and then I said to her, "I can feel a fart." I've never ran so fast to that egg. I flew across the park, right? Got into that egg. My friend's running along behind me. She sticks her head in so she can hear it, and it just went whoop. I was literally creasing, nearly wetting myself, as you do. But that was a funny moment. Oh yeah. And then we went on the seafront. It started to get that cold, misty rain, and it was really, really foggy. And my boys thought it was, a good idea to run around, let the sea crash over them and take their t-shirts off and swing them around and whatnot. Yeah, because they're feral boys, but they're having fun. And then we got the train back home, which was really, really nice. I'm just putting up the last few bits up here. I love this because it's got stuff that they made from forest school, my 2 small ones. And I always have them hanging on there. I love it when they bring little things back that they make from school. It's just so sweet and really creative as well. So it's like nearly 10 o'clock at night, and I decided to have a little clean up now the painting's done, and all my horoscopes just popped up on my phone. But anyway, giving it a good clean up, and I'm worn out because I've done the car thing with Oscar as well. Also with doing this, I decided, let's put this up as well. Why not? You know, I could be just getting myself in bed with a cup of tea and I'm watching something on ITVX. It's so good. The British Airways Killer. I'm on the second part. It's so awful, but I'm absolutely hooked. I need to watch the rest of it, but I always have to wait for the kids to fall asleep because obviously you don't want that playing. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, give it a go. If you have seen it, let me know what you think of it. I think it's really interesting. It's so sad. So here we are, popping up the old foliage and deciding where's best to put it. I've got Oscar here plodding about. Anyway, next morning, here we go. I'm putting the last few bits back. I'm desperate for a shower. The bases of my feet are 10 times the size. Well, they feel it. And I am, just wanting a day in bed, to be fair. But look at it. At first I thought, oh, this colour it's not dark enough, but it has made a change. Like, it's not that bright white in your face anymore with like marks on it and whatnot. It just looks so much more cosy and like brought together. Yeah, I'm really, really liking that. So chuffed. So I've added extra flowers to go around the side. I think I need bigger ones, but it'll do. I've put me nice English heritage like iron keys there hanging up. They're just there for now because they're so heavy. I'm scared if I put them on the wall it's just going to fall straight out. These are little things that they made at Forest School. I love those. And there we go. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one, probably with a million other ideas, but there we go.